Right, hello, we are on the wrong screen there, but let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome along and welcome back to Aussie No Man's and our Start From Scratch little series we're doing on here. Hope you're all doing well. Now, I've just set up a little bit of a poll because all going to plan, we are going to get our field ploughed, get it soil sampled, some lime spread and start planting on it. So you can see here, if you caught the live stream on Monday morning, a little bonus one, you would have seen we managed to make a start on that. Got this all baled and everything cleared off, and I did want to demonstrate that we have got the last of the bales here. I didn't want anyone to think we cheated to get them put into the barn or anything like that. So they are there on the truck, and just while we go through and say hello to everyone, there's a little something I prepared earlier that I thought you all might want to watch. So this is me doing it. This is getting all the bales stacked and proving that I can stack properly. This literally took me 10 minutes after the stream the other day to do it. When I was actually concentrating and not trying to chat at the same time, it actually went really quickly. So proof that I could do it. Excuse me, my nose is itchy. But anyhow, hello, Paul, nice to see you. Corp, sorry you couldn't stay, mate. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Heath, good evening, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for the reminder to make sure you like the stream and make sure you are subscribed. Ivan, welcome along, mate. Good to see you. You work at 5:30, so this is a good time. Awesome, good to hear it. G'day, Bruce. How you doing? Going to be up your way in a couple of weeks for the V8s. Looking forward to getting up there and having a weekend away and checking out some motorsport. Be good fun. Hey, Finnish Farmer. Good morning, mate. Welcome. Nice to see you. Watch out for the kangaroos. Thank you for the warning, Morris. Much appreciated. Hey, Grant. How you doing? Good to see you. Craig's here. Scott's here. Aussie Dan. Nismo. How are you all doing? Nice to see you all. You're hearing music. Music's gone. Oh, I don't know how you could hear music. There must have been something playing in the back. I know. I must have had something playing in the background of that video, or I didn't mute it because I did see it had some sound coming with it. But there we go. That's all done. So evidence that I did get in and stack all these legitimately without any assistance. And yeah, like I said, it did not take me very long at all. So we'll get these put into our anywhere object storage. This is the bale storage mod. Once again, this is my creation. If you haven't seen it on ModHub, make sure you go and download it. We've put the outdoor bale storage actually inside, so that is what that is doing in there. But get the truck backed in because we don't need that anymore. Still heard the music. It's strange. There must have been something in the video. I should have muted that. Something. I wonder if I still had some music from a previous video or something in the underlay of that. But anyhow, right. So that is that job done. Now we're going to go and carry on getting some ploughing sorted. So I did get this field opened up. We did go around it. Kind of got halfway around it. Did around the trees and everything like that. So we haven't done a full 2 headlands yet, but I'm just going to jump in here and carry on. Now something I discovered and I didn't realise, but anything that has already been mown actually converts into a field, which is pretty cool. I kind of like that. Once you mow the grass, it becomes a field. So that's pretty cool. Now, we're going to plan. Excuse my, I don't know why I've got such an itchy nose tonight, but that is. Yeah, once it becomes mown, it becomes a field, so you don't actually have to worry about turning the create fields on and off, which is kind of nice. It's kind of a good feature. I like that. It means where you mow is the edge of the field. And we also looked and saw that it did automatically create the fields for courseplay, so we didn't have to worry about going in and doing that. But the only areas we do have to worry about is spots like this where we've got the shrubs in that still. So I will just turn on the setting there to create a field. Thank you, Finnish Farmer. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked with how it's turned out and how well it's been received. Get lowered. There we go, just in time. Very, very happy with all of that. Okay. Exceeded my expectations, that's for sure. You heard more music and you couldn't hear me talk. Must have been playing audio. Must have been prioritizing the audio that was in the video, which wasn't meant to have any audio. Something like that. Anyhow, at least it's gone now. So this is going to take a while. This tractor, while it's a 300 horsepower tractor and only a 250 horsepower requirement on this plow, it never ever seems to go very fast. It requires a lot of sort of manual shifting rather than automatic shifting. So one more that we need to get rid of just here. Chop that one out carefully without going over the edge. Go. Right, turn off the field create and we should be able to carry on. I know I should be turning left with an offset disc like this. We're turning the wrong way for it, so we're kind of dragging it against the way that the discs want to turn, but we'll remedy that once we get into the field proper. We'll see how it goes. You're going to get a gaming computer this year, Nismo. Nice one. You'll love it. Absolutely love it. Hey Farming, how you doing? Yes, it's still raining, and yes, I still haven't done any spring barley planting. Oh goodness. When do you have to get that in by? What are we in April? When's the latest you could plant your spring barley? Thorsten, hello, welcome along. Chewy, g'day mate, good to see you as well. Paul Wright, welcome mate. Pleasure to see you. You don't play single player anymore, so you're relying on server admins on mods. The old multiplayer. Do you know, FS22 certainly has seen me play a whole lot more multiplayer than ever before. And I've really enjoyed it. It's been good. Good fun getting to chat to people. I had a lot of fun actually recording Tahitian County on Monday night. Finished Farmer, you tuned in. It was awesome to have you there and a few others. Bovine was there for a while. We had Yos modding. Joined us. Wab, he hung out for a wee while. It was just nice to have you guys sitting in chat and just sitting in Discord as channel members. One of the perks I'm trying to introduce is doing sort of a live stream through Discord as I record. Oops, let's turn that on. So while I was recording Tahitian County on Monday, we were just sort of chilling the fat, having a bit of a chat, talking a little bit about my process and how I record the videos, but also just talking about stuff in general, which was kind of cool. It's to delete and start again due to that setup of fields. You moved everything inside before you discovered it. Created fields. Oh, that would be annoying. So I think the alternative is you paint. You can paint down and get rid of it. So like around this tree up here, I went round and painted that just to try and get rid of it all too. So hopefully it's going to have worked. So anyhow, the plan is, like I said, the plan is to get some crops planted tonight. So let me know what you think we should be planting. Looks like, let's just bring up, what are we seeing at the moment? Wheat, barley or oats. It's definitely winning at the moment. So make sure you share your thoughts on what it should be. We might have to have a second poll and saying which of those three it has to be. Yeah, it'd be good to get some crops in. And then we can sort of shift our attention to creating another field over on the other side of the trees, or maybe clearing some trees, making a little bit of money out of that. Hopefully, you know, we'll be able to skip forward a day or two and get those bales fermenting so we can get them sold as well and get some income. Be good. Is Chinokon here tonight? I haven't seen him yet. Nismo? Have not seen him. Hey, Incendiary, how you doing? Nice to see you. You started to pick the cotton on Monday. Nice, Heath. What do you use for that? What sort of cotton picking machines are you using that way? Tied up now with the Oaks and Aussie at FSG. It's all good, mate. No dramas, no dramas. Mid-April really, however, the ground is saturated and forecast is abysmal. Worst you've ever known of it. Is that right? Frustrating having to manually shift all the time. And we're pretty thin. And the speed this plough goes down. So, what do we need to do to get planting? Well, I want to, because we are running precision farming, I want to get in and do some soil sampling, get that sorted out, and as well as that, we'll need to get some lime applied, so I've got the spreader there to do that with. We've obviously got the lime supply point, so we can buy our own lime, and then we should be able to get planting, so that's kind of the gist of what we're going to try and achieve tonight. Wheat is the king crop in Australia. Yes, a lot of it grown over there, that's right. That'd be a good option. Just started painting, deciding it was easier to start again. Fair enough, great. G'day Chris, how you doing? Fastest growing crop would be best. Yeah, and is it oats, which is only a 4-month growth cycle? There's the train, let's see if it glitches. Look at it, magic train. Hopefully they can sort out that train and get it so it actually functions. So I'm a bit unfortunate that that couldn't be resolved. I'm sure it's probably an easy fix, but if you haven't done them before, it might be a little bit harder. You've got a 6-row picker with a round baler. So pick 6 rows and bales around bales behind it, does it? Bales are cotton, some cotton bales. Very nice, very good. Oats and sorghum are both 4 months. Are they, Grizz? Okay. There we go. Maybe it's oats then. Maybe it is oats. Good day to you, my fine friend Yoran. How are you? It was someone else. Yoran popped in and said hello to us on Monday night. It's nice. Alright, I'll take a little bit more of a headland off here. And then it'll just be plow down and foot to the floor. Get this done. So I think if we go up in a gear, we can run at 7. Does just turn on field create so we can try and mulch those bushes out of the way. Here we go. Sorted. Got your controller working on Court Farms, but you haven't tried it on other servers yet. Oh, interesting. It should work everywhere. If you've got it working one place, it should work everywhere. So, fingers crossed it does for you. It'd be weird if it didn't. Very weird. I knew that would happen. Right. Be able to fix that a little bit later. Oh, I thought I lifted that up. I didn't. I must have just turned off field create, thank goodness. Also, we would have ended up with a big mess. Hey, how you doing? IRVX 1942. The map is lag and it's sad, so back to no man's. What sort of issues are you having with it? I haven't had anything so far apart from what you saw with the train. I know FSG's crew have been playing on it as a multiplayer server and not having any issues on it. In my opinion, Deadeye it's a build your own adventure type map. I think it's perfectly fine, but I'm only a few hours into it, so hopefully it doesn't get any worse or deteriorate or anything like that. So we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, didn't like that. Left a lot of open space. Where? Around that way. So I'm gonna create another field. Kind of wanted to break it into bite-sized chunks. I didn't want to just mow and bale over a bigger field it is. But we might have been here for a while if we did that. So there is a train that runs, but it's not usable. It's just a decorative train. So we were just saying there's Aussie modding co-op couldn't figure out how to get it to work as a drivable train where you could load it and that sort of thing. So yeah, it is unfortunately not available as a sell point, but there's still plenty of other sell points around. I look at this map as a little bit of a, it's rough around the edges, but for a 16x start from scratch type map, it's pretty cool. Could definitely be much more polished than it is, but for what it is, it's pretty good. Turn that field create on for that and turn it off again so we don't forget it's on. And cheers everyone, we're drinking this is a Scapegrace, it's a New Zealand whiskey again tonight. That one's actually a very acquired taste. I wasn't too keen on it to start with, but it's warming to me, so I kind of just want to keep on sampling it just to really get my head around it. Hey Alan, how you doing? I am doing well, thank you. Work in progress. That'd probably be the best way to describe it, as a work in progress. The problem I can see is I don't know how much more progress might be made on it, did I? But the idea behind it's pretty cool. I do like it. What are we running at the moment? Not quite 60 frames per second, but pretty close. Oh, this tractor is struggling. Which is a wee bit disappointing. I only really need it to do the ploughing, so once we've done that, we'll be right. Do most of the other things with the other tractor. It's probably the only really high horsepower, high intensive work we have to do, so we'll persevere through. It was sad to see Aussie farms end. Oh, I knew there'd be a lot of you that thought that, Heath. Time for a change. I think you might have got the gist from the video that the performance on that server has been pretty frustrating, and we'd also kind of, I guess we'd achieved what we wanted to achieve without just going through and repeating same old, so we're looking forward to something new. If there is a new farm sim coming out later in the year, you know, we're already into April, let's say a new farm sim comes out in November, well, we might have April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. You know, that's only 32 weeks, maybe a little bit more. It's really only, if we don't make a change now, we'd kind of only get partway into a series. We're doing around the 25 episodes a time. I think we did 24 on Aussie farms, so it was time. Just mow it, turns it a field. Yeah, I know it's made it into a field, but then I'd have to plant it, and I don't think the planters I've got are direct planters. I've already mowed it. Already mowed it. That's right, we'll get there. Like a challenge, right? I want to play around and see if I can get... which one is it? There we go. That's better, isn't it? Doing 7 miles, so we're going a bit faster. If we keep it in high gear 2, low gear 4, things to work better. Let's just see if we can keep it going that way. It's a bit faster. You think they are direct planters, the ones I've got? Let's have a look. They probably are. Offers a possibility to see directly. Okay, it does. But would you see directly into ground that has been grass, whatever, for however long it's been grass for? Probably not. Fine, playing on farm sim with cow farms quad track, the Grigor Bison Plowing courseplay, very therapeutic. Courseplay does it very well nowadays. I'm not even familiar with that. Bison plow farming? Is that a big mobile plow? Very sore neck, I'm not sure. Not sure what it is. It's my posture, whether I've Neck's kind of achy. You left all the bushes to create an authentic feel. I like it. Take a bit of pulling when you have 3 hooked together. Oh, is that right? So what are you saying? I'm going to struggle to pull it with the 4955. How many horsepower is that sucker? 228 and 300. What are these? What was the recommended? 60 horsepower on those. So yeah, I guess 3 of them together is going to be struggling a little bit, isn't it? You'd still have those barren patches. You would too, Ops, if I didn't plow and do the field create on them. That's true. Very true. Yeah. At least you had to take care of the equipment. Always take care of the equipment. What are you talking about? Right, turn on that field create for that patch. Turn it off again so I don't forget. You thought it was going to be great, but not. So back to normal mans. Normal mans. There's a few other ones around there. I think Stevie's mods made a 4x sort of start from scratch style map too, which looked kind of interesting. Using a lot of the gear you use, Grizz. Oh, there we go. Must be good then. That's what you're telling me. Good gear to use. So we're going to have to lease a... I don't want to lift that up. Right, let's do it. Now it's going to change gear and not be in the right one I wanted in. That's alright still. Okay. This time it's in 3 and 2 doing it. We go down to 2 and bump that up to 4. There we go. These big long runs, it's actually chewing through it pretty quick, isn't it? It's going to take too long. But yeah, well, we will have to lease a soil sampler. We've got a couple, well, one option I've installed in here. Where's it? This area. Got the extended range one, so we can do some big scanning. We'll speed things up just a touch. And then on again through that one. Here we go. Lock it back off. Well, we are into April, and history would dictate that if there is going to be a new game this year, we're going to find out about it sometime in the next month. So it's going to be interesting. Kind of, I guess everyone's a little bit on tenterhooks and wondering what's happening, wonder what we're going to see, what we're going to get. For one, I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited, but also a little bit not dismissive of it, but I'm a little bit thinking maybe it could have waited another year. There's a new game. We had a chat, FSG and I have been having a chat if we might look to do some more of our From the Fields if we get some announcements and some things to discuss. A little bit more of a little podcast style chat, looking at what information that comes out, sort of dissecting it, discussing it, being a bit of a hopefully a hub of information and also a hub for speculation. So keep an eye out for those if we do see any announcements coming soon. Quite exciting. They were a lot of fun when we did those before the release of 22. Hey Legion, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Hope you're good, mate. On a a tea break or something, eh? Morning tea. Smoko. He was talking to a case salesman at the Henty Field Days. He was saying one of his customers has a 15k straight line in a paddock, then turn around and go back. You'd want to have some good GPS on that, wouldn't you? Good bit of auto drive. Guidance steering, whatever you want to call it. You do enough in IRL. You can play with course plane auto drive. You have a dozen or so AI workers doing various jobs at the same time. Nice. I see there's going to be a new release of the Western Australia 16x map sometime this month from Camille. He's been doing some work on that over the last few months, so I wouldn't expect to see any huge changes or groundbreaking changes from what we've had before, but it will still be interesting to see what he does to the game, to the map. Let's keep an eye out for that one. That's a good one. I know you've spent a lot of time on that, farming, using some course play, etc. Good map for that. I think new textures, new crops, maybe some changes to some of the buildings and farm areas. Expand on some of those, so it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. You'd like another year, Grizz, too many good mods coming out. I agree, that's always the case. I think 19 was exactly the same. More DLC would be nice, but would have been, I think one more season pass would have done it. It would have been good. G'day, Farmer Hamish. How are you, mate? Good morning to you. Unless, of course, you've made the trip down under, and then it is good evening. That's what's cool about this Finnish farmer, is you don't have any farming background. Farming does it for real life and uses it for a change. But isn't it cool that this sort of game simulation has brought people from different backgrounds out of the woodwork? And it just shows the broad brush of spectrum of players that the game covers. People all around the world. Very cool. I had a look at the 715 case. Do you know I haven't even downloaded it yet? I need to. I don't have a map I can. Well, I've got plenty of maps I can use it on, but it just doesn't fit within what I'm doing at the moment on any of them. So, long-term goal, maybe. Long-term goal to have one of those on this. Got bored of courseplay after 5,000 hours. Yeah, fair enough. That'll do it. Well, we've broken the back in the field, that's for sure. Chunk over there. Chunk over there. We'll get through this pretty quick, I reckon. A bit more messing around with trees and little sections, but not going to take too long. Probably one of the, I reckon the 16x Aussie map is one of the best maps if you wanted to really challenge your understanding of courseplay and auto drive. And test things out and see how things work. I think it was perfect for that. People think you're mad for working so much on a farm then playing farm sim. Usually different to what you do day to day. Yeah, exactly. I enjoy that. Like, at the end of the day, whether you're driving a 9RX or a quad track, they're no different in game, are they? It's probably in real life there'd be some subtle differences between them, but they're both much the same, and the fact they're big tractors that can pull lots of things. I was watching the Summer Larson Farms today. I see they've leased a 8RX, so I'm interested to see them using that. Still one of my favourite tractors. Some lad was saying he used the 715 on Court Farms to tow the map in a different year. Just, he wanted to change the time zone it was in. Each their own, eh? That's the beauty of it. Calmsden maybe, but Court Farms would be a bit of a stretch. Through the gate, right, finish that field. Through the next go, right, finish that field. can actually get some farming done on Farm Sim. Oh, Struth. Struth, mate. Stay in the flaming crows. Yeah, hey Anzac, how you doing? Nice to see you, my friend. I was thinking about you the other day, thinking I hadn't seen your face around for a wee while. Or name, as it the case may be. Hope things are good for you. You've probably been busy, busy with silage and things like that, have you? Getting through it? Or are you still deep in the middle of maize? 715's perfect in West Aussie with the big equipment. Exactly. Hit it on the head there, Heath. Still getting up to speed with Larson Farms. I've actually, you know, I'll get into them now that planting's, you know, that we're getting closer to spring, but apart from Millennial Farmer, I've kind of dropped off keeping up to date with what any of them are doing. Welkers, Larson's, Cole the Cornstar. Well, I've got to say I've kind of lost interest in Cole the Cornstar with all his house renovations, but that's what you do in winter, isn't it? You lost your chopper to fire. Ah, gutted, mate. Sorry to hear that. You don't do maize. You probably don't have too much to do at the moment then. Oh, that's a bummer. Gutting. Got a new one now though. That's every cloud, I guess, isn't it? Thousand sows on Western Oz, including a failed attempt at a 10,000 head beef unit using Maize Plus. I remember that. You were crazy. Oh, I heard the 8RX quad track has some issues with track when we're using the 3-point in the back. A few people were getting 1,000 hours and then 85 to 100k for a new set of tracks. That's ridiculous. But no, I hadn't heard that. So what did you get? What sort of chopper did you stay with? Because you were class, weren't you? Did you stay with that, or did you look to one of the other brands? Designed to tow and not carry load. Makes sense. Hey Dilip, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm doing good. Doing good, Anzac. A little bit, struggling a little bit. Just tired. Lots going on, but still enjoying getting on, doing the live streams when I can. I keep trying to keep those regular. The rest of the content might be a little bit sporadic. Still enjoying Farm Sim, which is the main thing. So the 950 up from an 840. Lovely. Seems to be the forage harvester of choice around a lot of New Zealand, isn't it? I don't know if you guys are seeing. We've started to see a few more crone harvesters down this way, but not a huge amount. Definitely still the class. Rules the roost. Give up on Farm Sim, to be honest. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. You know the meaning of tiredness, or you don't know the meaning, like you're just beyond it, Legion. Yeah, it's been pretty tough for some people, hasn't it? So if any of you are sort of feeling like you're getting bitten by the black dog or anything like that, you've got someone you can reach out to, someone you can contact, have a chat to. Remember, there's always someone who's, I'm sure, would be happy to lend an ear. Myself included. If anyone ever wants to chat, just hit me up. Even if it's just dropping me a DM or something. Don't feel ashamed about it. I definitely don't feel ashamed about getting help. You had an 8RX and it pulled like a train. I think that's probably the operative word there, is it pulled. You're pulling with it rather than lifting things on a 3-point. Oh, there you go. Hamish has said exactly the same thing. Come on, you dog. Change gears. Get this all in one go. I can. Yeah, easy. Piece of cake. Probably a joke from a case operator or something there about John Deere's only good at tugging and pulling or something like that, is there? We'll leave it at that. Ooh, I don't want to go in reverse, but we do want to kick that one up a bit. Beyond it at this stage. Well, I hope did you get a bit of a break? Did you get home for a few days over Easter, mate? Good time with the whānau? Family, for those who aren't familiar with te reo. A maize drill on the back, but it wasn't exactly heavy. That's some pretty heavy 3-point implements out there though, isn't there? Imagine the size of the stuff they try and lift in Australia. Turn. Like the Titanic trying to avoid an iceberg, this thing. Got one day off. Ah, mate. Things you gotta do, eh? Stay in the middle, stay in the middle. That judged that perfectly, didn't I? Welcome along, everyone. 50 of you tuning in. Just ticking over that number there. Thank you all very much for stopping in today, tonight, this morning, this evening, this afternoon, whatever it is where you are. Pleasure to have your company. Hope you're enjoying things here. If you are, do make sure you please hit that thumbs up button and drop a like. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you are. Very much appreciated. I have this this fantasy dream that I could get to 20,000 subs by the end of the year. Well, originally I was thinking FarmCom, but we're now only April, May, June, 4 months away from that. So we'll be having to sort of double the number of subs I'm getting between now and June or July. But definitely by the end of the year, if we could hit 20k for Sim 25, if and when it was released, that'd be pretty cool. It's okay to not be okay as long as you know you're not alone, and there are always means to seek help. The days of it being a stigma. Absolutely, mate. 110. I could not agree with you more. And that is a very succinct and fantastic way to put it. So, thank you, buddy. That's the biggest thing, is this, there's no stigma with it, anything anymore. Just get a big horsepower tractor and go with it. You don't care what colour it is. Exactly, Heath. 100%. At least you can be sure it won't break down. Yeah. Claudu? I hope I'm pronouncing that pretty correctly. Claudie? Hello, welcome along. Pleasure to have you here this evening. Challenge accepted. Thank you, mate. Right, I'm actually quite happy with how we're chewing through this. Your 77R350 broke down after 145 hours, the hydraulic pump, thank God for warranty. Oh, I can imagine. I had that on my my car, the water pump. decided to stop working after only a few thousand Ks. Oh, it's slow. Fortunately, that was all a warranty. Right, how does this look on the map? That's what I'm intrigued about now. Zoom out, zoom in. A nice purple colour, is it? Loud once it's loading. Come on, load, load, I need to turn. So I don't have field creation on. Big maps take a long time to load. Here we go. Looking good. Next job, small soil sampler. Now, we might have a slightly larger one than the normal Legion. We won't go OTT. B Squad, welcome along. Tuning in all the way from South Australia. You've started to start from scratch on this map. You've inspired you to start up. Nice one. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I am so far so good. We're only in our infancy, but I certainly wouldn't have wanted to do it from a complete chainsaw and selling trees, but we are $2 million in debt. We do have a $2 million loan that's running through the loan system, so we are going to have to pay that off regularly. You can see that there. It is on a 30-year term, so we've got a long time to pay it off, but all going to plan. We'll get it done a whole lot quicker than that. At least that's what I'm hoping. Crankshaft on you're new to you. Discovery snapped on the drive back from the dealer. Warranty was a saviour. £5,000 job to fix. I drove it for 6,000 and sent away for 5 weeks. I had my first car I had, we got a extended warranty thing on it, like a mechanical warranty on it. And I had this issue with the bushings in the front suspension on one of the control arms or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. Basically they wore, and it was a known issue with this type of car. It's a Nissan Primera. So we took it into Nissan and got them to replace it, and I lodged a claim for it. And the cheeky buggers basically said, oh, each wheel is a separate mechanical issue, so it's a separate claim, and you don't exceed the threshold for the value of them. Not, you know, your excess is worth more, so you'd have to make 2 claims, pay 2 excesses. I was like, that's ridiculous. It's exactly the same issue happening on exactly the same, with exactly the same reason at exactly the same time. Make matters worse, I got it fixed. And being young and naive, I didn't, and well, I'm not going to take full responsibility for this, but I drove it for a couple of weeks and wore my tyres out really quick because the mechanic never suggested that by fixing those bushings, you're going to have altered the wheel geometry and you'll probably get a wheel alignment, and they didn't do it as part of the repair. And I went in and swore black and blue at them that it was their responsibility and they should be paying for my new tyres, and they just basically told me to F off. Not happy, but certainly as a young fellow it was a lesson learned. Don't waste money on mechanical warranties because they're nigh on impossible to claim, or at least read the small print, and don't think that mechanics are your friends. Ryan, you're going to give DDG's server a go. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, there's a few people jumping in on that. If you're not familiar with what Ryan's talking about, Double D Gaming has set up a new server, which we're running through the community. It's on the Discord server. It's basically on a newly released map. It's a 32x map, so it is huge, called New Horizon. Basically set it up with, you know, basically you can have your own farm, or you can go in and be a helper on an existing farm, whatever you feel like doing. And yeah. So that's set up there. So if you wanted to be involved with that, this is in addition to all the other servers we're running. Southern Pastures, Shellbrook and Elma, Missouri. That's on top of those. And a little bit more like the Oaks server I play on with the Dazed and Happy days, community. Car's been getting fixed since the 4th is due to be picked up on the 18th. It's like fate knows about your warranty and takes full advantage. Yeah, you didn't have the warranty, may have squeezed an extra 2Ks out of it. That's it. Controller seems to work on all maps at the moment. Didn't recognise the USB device earlier this morning, but after restart it seems to have sorted itself. Cool. Glad to hear it, Yoram. That's good. I was surprised you were having issues. I thought it would have been a lot easier than you were having, but glad you've, well, fingers crossed, got it sorted. Right, get this little bit done, and we've got those 2 bits over there, and we'll be out of here. What a heap of crap. It was. Scott, it was. It was a cool car too, actually. It was a 4-wheel drive Nissan Primera. It's a 2-litre, but the non-turbo version. Always had dreams of putting like a SR20 DET. Just what the Nissan Silvias and that ran, but that never happened. Makes driving a lot easier, I bet you it does. You won't be able to use that as an excuse on the next multiplayer then, Yoran, eh? No keyboard driving. Right. What's going to be the best way to tackle this? Just go up and down and get it finished. Just a bad driver. Not at all. Not at all. Issues with the dealer about who's paying for what. Yeah, that old chestnut. Worst part is when you are so confident that you're in the right and you're entitled to what you expect and they just cannot see it. Cannot see it, and they'll discount every rational reason that you give why they should be paying for it. Just because they don't want to pay for it. Good times. I think if we just break this into 2 pieces, we'll do this one through here, do the bit around the tree, we'll leave the little wedge. Do that last. And that'll be our field of it. I felt like we didn't have much land left, but I look at that, there's actually still quite a bit to do. Quite a bit to go. We've only scratching the surface. We own all the way out to there. And quite a way back up to the road, so. She's with a Subaru years ago, threatened to media 2 weeks later, ended up with a new car. Let's say it's the putting right that counts. Picked up a new Kia EV6 2 weeks ago, and as we were sitting down with the rep, he immediately said there was a bit of a dent in the back bumper and the new bumper was already in the shop. That's service, right? That's what you want to hear. Not that we hope you don't notice it and then when you come in, blame you for backing it into something. Strategy farm on FSG's server chose a forest plot that started with a chainsaw, Quickly released right on a downside, sold the T16000s a couple of weeks ago, so now honing his skills harvesting with keyboard and mouse. You'll be a pro in night time. We'll have to put you in a logging league team. When they had time to do it, made a new appointment, they replaced it. Oh, they scratched the hood. Oh no. Oh goodness, they're not having a good time of it. There you go, someone was asking more about the train. Scooting through. Glitching around. Saw a video on YouTube about Toyota making a cheap basic ute but will not be coming to the first world countries. Haven't heard about that. That for the militia to mount their machine guns on. All part of the surface. What's logging league? Sounds like it's run by crazy people. They might be known to have a nervous twitch every now and then. Hamish. All right. I'd set a goal in my mind that if I was done this by the hour, we were going to be in pretty good stead. So we're just about there. 9 more minutes. So lime spreading shouldn't take too long. We've got lime supply right there, so we're not having to go too far. Should be able to do it faster and with a wider spread coverage. And then it'll just be the seeding. Now one thing I do need to put down somewhere is like a buy silo to be able to fill our seed up from. So I've installed a couple of options. We're going to go with the 82 Studios multi-fruit buy station. That might be the best option. Put that down as well. Brought a VW Golf from new in 2014 Ireland, moved to England for Hughes, and while over there took it to a VW garage where they said the car had been in a smash and the front axle needed replacing. I left them go on about it a bit, then dropped it that I owned it from you. So took car out of garage and back to Ireland where it turned into a factory fault. Wow. The next thing you're going to tell me is that its emissions weren't being correctly calculated. Typical. That's crazy though. You have a permanent nervous twitch now every time you see a new notification on Discord. Yeah, they were trying to hide a factory fault and make it your responsibility. Let's see how naive you were. Pull the other one, lads. Bullshit detector's going off. Alrighty ho. Well, this is good. This is going very good. Petrol, absolute pleasure to drive. My wife's got a Golf and got the GTI. It's an 07, so it's aging. I think it was a Mark 5. It's getting a bit old, but you put that into sports mode and it goes like a stung cat. It's amazing how it changes the engine mapping and everything like that. kind of think it goes fast enough normally, and then you do that, and you're like, whoa. Unexpected. You can see why Jeremy Clarkson used to have so much fun putting all the cars into sports mode, because amazing how much more performance they had. And I'll bet you there's so many people out there with cars that don't realise they're only using 2/3 of the car's potential. You already understood the emissions scandal. I think it was more to do with the obviously to do with diesels and that, wasn't it? But you know, I never understood. I think wasn't it more the stricter standards in the States or something? I don't know exactly either. All I know is they doctored the numbers and made it look better than it was. Right, can I get this all in one pass except for the very top end? I reckon I can. Oh, and I missed the first part. Come on, Argsy. You're better than that, mate. Three-door sport, pearl black. Nice. Car loved it. Yeah, it's really good. The air conditioning stuffed on it, and the radio turns on and off by its, well, it changes from radio to try and playing a CD. The interior linings are all starting to fall out. Other than that, it goes well. Drives really well. Get rental, it always goes into sports mode. Well, they just need a good blowout sometimes, don't they, Legion? You shot some love, no one else will. Was engineered to be driven like that. That's the way I look at it. Alrighty ho. Here we go, look at that. Alright, 3 minutes before the hour. Job done. Happy days. Right. Let's go and put this back in the shed, and we will go and sort out some soil sampling. Store deliveries are still on, so we can get it delivered right here to the yard, which is handy. Let's see if I'm getting this backed in there. Whether it's the light, but I'm finding it incredibly difficult to see at the moment. As you can see by my backing. A real strong contrast between the shed and the outside. Even there it's fine. Look at how much it adjusts and brightens things up. But right, so our job now. Just to make it a little bit easier, I Xerius Scout. So I think we go for 130 or 65. I actually don't know how big it is. There's no point changing the color because that costs us money. Right, let's lease that. Hopefully that's going to turn up here on our doorstep. Here it is. And we will go and throw it on the back of this to take our trusty weight off. Blame the lights. Drop that down there so we don't lose it. Throw that up. Right, let's bring that map up. Get it unfolded. Oh gosh, does that just actually fill the radius of the circle? Okay. Right. It's going to make things quite simple, isn't it? Is that just covered most of the, oh no, I was going to say, has it covered most of our area? But no, it hasn't. There we go, there's the edge of the field. Good choice, need a little bit of paint to make it work, yeah. Yep. It's not covering everything, but it'll cover a good amount in one go. Particularly with these narrow little sections, I'll end up double dipping a little bit here, I think. Go. Now, I was trying to figure out, I don't think, looking at this last time, for some reason I was thinking we own that little bit of land over there, but we don't. That's the train tracks. That's the train tracks and that's the road, so you can see the area all up here. We come all the way up to about there. Still a good chunk of land on the other side that we still have to do something with eventually. I don't know if you can actually, because it's not a sampled field, I don't think we can. Oh, I could have pitched this for the whole block, of course. Hey, cheers Hamish, good to see you mate. Take care, pleasure having you here. Catch you again soon. I'll make your day. It's only 3.5 weeks till next logging league, so start making some plans. I only figured that out today because I realised got a football tournament that weekend, but we're home Saturday, so we'll be here. It's not as bad doing it with this big one. It would have taken a while to do the smaller ones. It's fast though. It's also very fast. The other rule I have on leased equipment is you can only have a maximum of 2 items leased at a time. Pretty sure I've got the lease to own option. If there's something I found myself using lots and I couldn't afford to buy it, I could choose to lease it and do that whole lease to own. For now, I think we're going to be okay. We might as well keep hold of this for now. There's no point sending it back. What have we done? Pretty much everything. Like it. Right. Oops. Let's do an extra one. Fold that up. Now, what do we do to send them for analysis? Why? Yes. Get rid of those. Let's put this in the workshop for now. Okay, those doors are already open. Funny glitch. The Precision DLC is one of the best things John's been introduced. It's pretty good, eh? I enjoy it. I use it more often than not. The only thing I'm not doing on this series that I'd normally do is seasons. Right, let's have a quick squiz. That's all come through. What do we got? Oh, terrible and terrible there. That's not the best, is it? Silty clay and loamy sand. No sandy loam or loam, which are our best ones. Oh well. much we can do about that. So this is my buy bunker. Now the idea is I could use a bucket for this, but I'm just back in here. And there's a single trigger. I have to hop out and go back in for it. And then we can go through and choose what you want, lime or solid fertilizer, of course, because it will only spread those two. It's got the stones there next to it. Why are we not getting a fill level on this? Interesting. Here we go. That's a bit laggy, wasn't it? Seasons in Oz go from slightly hot to very hot. True point. Fair point. Right. Why is this spreading on this? It's not the widest, is it? We've got automatic application rate on, I hope. Alright. Here we go. We'll get this done and then we'll be able to get into our seeding. A bit patchy, I don't know what it's doing that for, but it's alright. Now if you're looking for the textures, this is the JMZ texture you can download off the mod hub. And you can follow my video. I've replaced it on every... I've replaced the base game textures, so every map I play on will get this texture for the lime. This colour, which I think is kind of cool. Nothing much on at the moment. That makes a difference. No, it must just be the soil type, doesn't need much. Hey Tam, how you doing mate? Good to see you. Hey FSG, how you doing mate? In the office, thought you'd drop in and say hi. Nice one mate, thank you. Hope you're having a good day today. A lot of people pop in and say they were sad to see us finishing up on Aussie farms. It was nice to hear. Nice to hear it was so well appreciated. But onwards and upwards. A new challenge awaits. So, while we're thinking about this, let's have a look at the poll. Oh, soybeans came away in the end there. Quite close on the wheat, oats and barley and soybeans, isn't it? Where's that off there now? Getting closer to planting. So, oh, someone got in there right at the end and shifted the soybeans 1 point closer. Well, maybe we'll do some oats maybe, because as we talked about, it's a fast growing crop. We'll do some oats in here first. And then maybe soybeans in the next field we create. A few nice comments on the vids too. Yeah, was nice. Excited. Yeah, I am too. It's going to be fun. Going to be fun. Prefab farming in the prefab section. I'm getting incredibly hot. Take my jersey off. It's these studio lights. When considering they're LEDs and they don't put off any heat, but still feel like you're sitting, I don't know whether it's psychological or not, like you're sitting in a hot area. Well, this is going to take a little bit longer than I thought. I thought we might get through it pretty quick, but as always, headlands take longer than the rest of the field. Get going up and down in a second and it'll probably race through. I need a bigger spreader. I know, Tam. I definitely do. Definitely do. It's funny you see some of the, like the, I'm guessing the dirt on the tires is the real dirt mod. And so it just detects lime and it'll be one color that's not changed. Because you'd have to change the texture in the real dirt mod for that to adjust. And I'm also assuming because of the resolution of precision farming, that's why we're getting this kind of patchiness. It's just the squares, and you look at the precision farming data, it shows the lime and the pH levels going up across the board, so it's just why that's happening. Kevin, why is your lime brown? So my lime is brown because I have installed the custom lime textures. I'm just talking about that. That are on ModHub in the prefab section. So in my experience in the lime we get around where we are in New Zealand, it's more of a tanny brown colour. So to me this is actually a more accurate lime colour than the white that's in game by default. And it also doesn't look as rash and garish and bright as the white one does. I don't like the white one at all. Here we go, last 5%. Shoot through it on this side of the field. As the soil type takes a little bit more. The salty clay needs its pH level pushed up more. Doesn't burn your eyes out. Certainly does not burn your eyes out. Sam, it's very correct. Got a question for you, Java. Go for it. Shoot. Didn't know that. Thanks for that. No worries. If you want to know how to do it, then I have a couple of videos showing how to replace textures in either a map or globally for your game, so you can make that change yourself if you like. Right, lime, yes. Right, I'm just going to take this jersey off because I'm cooking. Right, there we go. That's much better. Spring Creek, you worked on it? Nope, I have nothing to do with Spring Creek. I had it on the map directory. That is the extent of my anything I have on Spring Creek. No worries. It's interesting. Quite a few people figured because I was sharing maps on the map directory that I was involved with them. Kind of funny, but Oh, just seeing an email there. We won't be going to a football tournament. It's just been cancelled or postponed. Hey Hyper, how you doing? When is the Limefert stone silo coming out? It looks good. Will be a wee while yet, Hyper. There's a few things I want to change on it. There's still a few things I need to finish off on it as well. And then I want to put it through testing with ModHub. So it will be a wee while. It's on my list of things to do. I had hoped to get to it over the weekend, but family life took precedence and we got caught up doing a whole lot of different things. So did not get the time to sit down and do it as I would have liked. But hopefully not too much longer. There's had a few great comments about it, so I'm definitely keen to get it in there. Now, I don't think any lime's going to go on this last section, because if you look at the precision farming map in the corner, it's actually showing everything is fully covered. See, there you go. It's not actually going to spread any lime on there. So if anyone's wondering why it's patchy, that's the image resolution of precision farming in Giants in the game versus when it's stretched on a larger map. It's very, very, I guess, pixelated would be the best way to describe it. The only way to actually get it to cover there would be to turn off automatic application rate and just apply it over it. Got to find a way to make barriers so you don't drop off. Is that around the edges, Java? I have heard about that. The best way to, I would have thought the easiest way to do it would be to build some fences using the fence, but that's a long fence, a lot of money. If you opened it in Giants Editor, you could put some primitive cubes, create a cube, have it non-renderable, but specify it as a collision, would probably do the same thing. You just got to scale up the size of it to cover that whole edge. That would probably be the easiest way, I would have thought. But you'd have to, if you're playing it on a multiplayer or anything like that, you'd have to share that same map with everyone. You can't just do it for your own. But if it's a single player, you'd be fine. There might be easier ways to do it or other ways to do it, but if that was what you were looking at doing, just as a simple fix. You might even be able to do it with planes, I don't know. It's a multiplayer, right. Use the mods free fences and place fences anywhere. True. Just don't go near. How big a map is it? 16x map. Just don't go near the edges. You're doing well if you need to use all the fields right close by. But that is a little bit of an annoyance. I've known a few people have commented about it. It's a beast, 36x. Have you seen the new 36x map, New Horizon? I don't know if you're still there, FSG, if you've gone back to work, but you're still around. Mentioned we'd floated the idea of getting back into some from the field if we get any updates on a game release. Might get back to doing some of that sort of podcast style news discussion. Could be a bit of fun. 12 so this is the little vagaries of farm sim. So we talked about this the other day too. Lots of things we talk about. So when you're saying it's 12 by 12, yep, yeah, they're both out. Anzac, so Spring Creek's been out for a long time, but New Horizons only just come out recently. So a 36, so a typical 4x map can contain 4 times the base game's maps. So it's 4 kilometers by 4 kilometers, so it has 4 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer maps in it. Draw a grid, that's what it's got in it. So a 16x map is actually 16 times the base game maps, which is an 8 kilometer by 8 kilometer. So you've got 4 maps across the top, 4 maps down the side. That's your 16x grid, but it's 8 kilometer by 8 kilometer. So I don't know how a 36 or 12 across would be 6 and 6. Yeah, so 36x is 12 kilometer by 12 kilometer, which is 6 maps across the top and 6 maps down the side. And that's your grid. No idea what's going on with Farm Sim anymore. That was good, yeah. Like I said earlier, it's been a while. Been a while since I've seen you around, so. Takes a bit to get across. Yeah, it does. Yeah, we spent a little bit of time on it as a multiplayer server last year. Love the challenge with 5 or 6 others. Awesome. Nice. So we've just, Double D Gaming has just set up the New Horizon map on a server that we're running through the community, through the Discord. So if anyone's interested in getting onto a different large-scale American map, then that is always there, open to anyone to join. If you're looking for a link, !Discord, we'll bring up an invite to the Discord server. Does the textures still flicker the further away from the center? Nah, no, I haven't had that issue for a long time actually. In fact, I'd completely forgotten about it, particularly with the trees, with the winter trees. No, I hadn't completely forgotten about that, to be honest, Anzac. Don't know what fixed it, but it's fixed. The displays in the cab? I have occasionally, yes. I have occasionally on some still get flickering. More on the mirrors than the screens, but yes, there is still a little bit of that. Thanks, Java. Enjoy your Spring Creek adventures. Right, we'll finish off this little bit here. We're going to run out of lime again. I thought we might have got through all this, but we must be on a... Oh yeah, we've got more silty clay down here. So it's only this yellow bit, which is the... What is that? Loamy sand, which we'll... won't use as much lime on. Joe Farms is off to work. Good one. Hey, Cher, how you done? Good morning. Gotta go, one of our cows is in need of help to calve. Keep up the good week. Alright, farming. Cheers, mate. Take care. Hope your cow's all happy. Your mirrors are fuzzy, Scott. I get fuzzy mirrors sometimes too. Depends which... Some mods actually have fuzzy mirrors. You sure you haven't been drinking? It could be that too. Amazing is the difference completely between your previous laptop and your new game laptop. You now can actually see far. Yeah, I was saying the other day I want to go through and almost do a reinstall because I feel like I've fiddled around with so many different settings and changed so many different things. I've kind of lost track of where I'm actually at. I kind of almost want to just start from scratch again and rebuild, recreate, redo setup and settings. I don't know if it'd actually help, but something I thought of doing. See, we're hardly putting any lime now. We're on this yellow section. Hardly pushing the pH up at all. Right, well, we're not going to put too much lime in. We might put... What are we going to need? Not going to need much at all. Right. Must It's sitting on this roof. I might maybe not have the roof plane casting shadows. Surely there should be a shadow from that coming down this side. In fact, none of it seems to be casting shadows when you look at the shadow of the big shed behind. Maybe it's just the time of day. Anyhow, let's hop out, hop back in, put some more lime in. Just gonna have to visually watch. And again, I wonder if this is an issue with what I've done to stop it actually showing the fill level as it goes up, or whether that's something with the map. Oh, you've not been drinking, it happens in most vehicles. I was being a little bit cheeky, Scott. Need to roll a power harrow it now. Yes, I know I shot Anzac. I don't have a roller or a power harrow though. We're just going to go straight in with the planter. So once again, that section's done, but just graphically it can't handle it. Typical Kiwi. Yep. You got to give the Aussies a little bit every now and then. Getting on their toes. Have you seen, Anzac, have you seen Southern Pastures map by Smith's Gaming? Should check that out if you're looking for something. That's a pretty cool Kiwi map. Lots of grass work. He'd be doing silage for days on that one. It's fun. We've been enjoying it actually. We've got it set up as a multiplayer server. Hands down would say it's the best best Kiwi map, Kiwi style map that's been made. Even I know I think you might have told me about them actually in 19. The two maps that he made in 19. This one's, I'd say, hands down better. I did have a good Easter, thank you, Share. How about yourself? It was nice. It was quiet. We didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything, which was nice. Yeah. How about you? You have a good one? Didn't eat too much chocolate? There's one Easter egg that I really enjoy, which is we have pineapple lumps here in New Zealand, and they do a pineapple lump Easter egg marshmallow. Divine. It's my advice. You played Farm Sim. Nice one. What are you doing on Farm Sim? What map are you playing on? Brando Little, hey mate, watched a few of your vids. Nice to see you, Kiwi, making Farm Sim content. Which part of New Zealand are you in? I am in the mighty Manawatu. About 10 or 15 minutes west of Palmerston North. I live out on the family farm. A couple of acres out here, but I have a desk job in town. You grew up in Pahiatua. Nice. Not far away at all, just over the hill. Far away at all. Oh no, on No Man's Land here. Nice. The original start from scratch map. I think 22 has been the coming of age of the starting from scratch maps. We've had a plethora of them. Plethora. Right, I reckon we're just going to get a little bit right about now. Here it is. That's us done. You know, there's actually a little bit just up in here. You can see the different yellow on the map. Shoot. Just a little puff. Right, how does that look? What's our pH like? Oh, yeah, that's not bad. There's a little bit up there and a little bit up there, but otherwise, I'm going to make that do. It's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm pleased to hear that. Edu, sorry, can I join your stream? I'm new to watching you. I'm from Indonesia. Sorry, mate. This is a single player game, so not one that we can have other people on. But if you're interested, I do multiplayer streams on the weekend on a Sunday morning my time, which is I don't know what time it would be in Indonesia. Probably very early for you. Or late at night, one or the other. Not sure which way around it would be. What the time difference is. Right-ho. Planting a clock. No, I don't think I've experienced having this kind of contrast on a map before. I wonder if I... With the light, I'm finding it very harsh. Right, now, I should be able to. So two things. Firstly, we'll go over this way. We've got solid fertilizer here, so let's see if I can... Second one's the fertilizer one, isn't it? No, maybe it's the first one. Right. Getting what buttons to press. Alright, there we go. Maybe I'm not in the trigger. The trigger extended out quite a way actually, but maybe I'm not. Maybe it is the other one. Let's have a look. Nope. Oh no, there it is. I did get it. Right. That's that one done. Ooh. Right, next flat. Indonesia would be 4:30 to 6:30 PM at the moment. So I do it at 7 AM New Zealand time. Right, there we go. You're playing your Stream Deck. Ah, how do you enjoy that, Share? I've thought about getting something like a Stream Deck or something like that. Now, the next thing, as I said before, we're going to go through, and I installed, what options did I have? So I think this is going to be my choice here, the multi-fruit buying station. The other option I had was the consumable, but that's for fertilizer, seeds and lime. I don't need that. Fertilizer, seeds and lime, that's liquids. I don't need the fertilizer and lime, and it's 15 grand, so I think we will go for this one. Always a good setup. And if we put it out sort of like that, means we can still get to the liquid one in there easily enough. We should be able to get through and fill up off this one too. So, first seeder. Yep, that one's full. No idea why, but for whatever reason, I always have to hop in and out to get the trigger to work. Even just driving that little distance, it won't fill, but now it will. I don't know what I've changed with the keybind, but it just won't work. Oh, you just enjoy watching the stream. Ah, fair enough. Oh, great to have you here. Thank you, my friend. You'll download and have to reinstall FS22. I think you'll enjoy it. I really do. I did a map tour on it if you wanted to have a look at that. See what you think. Right, we'll push that one out that side, push that one out that side. Now, if we drop off, I might be going to do this. Drop off the back one. I reckon if I try and drop this off in the right spot next to it, would be the width of one of these, I might be able to try and pick them both up at the same time. About there. Last things last, I better remember to change the seed if we're going to put oats in. Have them both in the same. No, not quite close enough. No, not too far away. Ah, dragged it. Oh, we got it. No. Ah, no, I disconnected one. Oh no, everything's hopping off. So close. One's hooked up. There we go, right. Let's change our seed then. Oats on that one. Oats on that one. They all oats now? Must have been. Oh, I can plant everything with this. Ah, I went past it. Come on. Oats. Alright, happy days. We're hooked up, we're ready to go. That's brilliant, good to hear. Set each one for seed type. Thank you, Grizz. Thank you for the reminder. Hey MGO, how you doing? Like Udo, I've only just started watching you for this map playthrough. Nice one. Oh, pleasure to have you here. Found it while looking for a new map to play a multiplayer game with the crew from Van Ham Gaming. Nice. Right. We lower that down. Lower that down. Lower that down. Before to touch. Let's just double check what seed we're getting put in. You're not going to be able to see because my marker's going to be in the way. No, there we go. Three rows of oats. We're in. We're planting. Happy days. Now, what have we got on? We got automatic application rate, automatic seed rate. Everything's turned on. We've got oats. Let's just get to it. Right. See if we can get it planted. Wonder if that seeder has the same problem as the John Deere one we used on the Versus server. The third seeder will show one crop and plant a different one. Ooh, I hope not. Looks like it's planting the right one. Because it's basically the same mod. Looks like they're all correct. Good to know though. Wouldn't have wanted that to happen. Alrighty, hey, happy days. If you feel to hit a strip of a different crop cause the seeder to bug out. Head off, Scott. Thanks, mate. Nice to see you, mate. Take care, and we'll catch you again soon. Hope you're going to download the Aussie farm save. Looks forward to seeing what you do on that. You're on the Sunshine Coast of Australia, MGL. Cool. Beautiful part of the world. Spent a week in the Gold Coast last year. First time I've been over that part of Australia for a long time. Evening, Bo. Good to see you. How was, what did you have tonight, band practice? How was that? That's where Van Ham is. Ah, makes sense then. We've done it anyhow, Bo. We've got our field ploughed, and we're all up and going. Happy days all around. Noisy. That's a good thing, isn't it? Isn't that what you want from band practice? Pull the inside seeder in. Okay. It doesn't miss the bits on the corners. Alright, we'll give that a go. I was just going to go through and seed them afterwards and cross over it. Yeah, didn't do it enough, did I? I'm not ambidextrous enough to be doing all of those things at once. I'll just do what we used to do when we were seeding with a drill like this, is you'd seed the whole lot and then you'd do a diagonal line out from the centre out to the corners and back in and pick up any of those little bits you missed. Damn right, rock and roll needs to be played loud. All the way up to 11. Going to a gig again this Saturday. Nice, Yaron. What's the gig this Saturday? Probably should have done it on that one though. Let's try it. Pull that in. Turn. Oh, doesn't help when I've got a big swing around, does it? That actually worked alright, didn't it? Didn't miss any. Gotta say though, Tam is using too many brain cells for me at this time of night. Too many different things to think about. No, it's not the Who. Move on. A lot of the Lost. The people that follow Eurovision Songfest, they represent. Ah, there you go. The German Eurovision team. Was that more pop than anything else, or am I just generalising what sort of music's played at Eurovision? Tell you what, this is a good setup to cover 15 metre wide in one pass. You saw Judas Priest a couple of weeks ago. Very cool. That's a name that's been around in the music industry for a long time. Very excited to be going to Pearl Jam later in the year. It is metal. Okay. I am just generalising of what music they play at Eurovision. Very simple of me. Square this off a little bit. Actually, you know what I might do? I might run straight down here to those trees, run around those. That'll leave us just that little bit on the other side to do. Chewing through the seed though, look at that, we've already used 55% up. We're going to have to refill. I thought we might have got through this without having to refill, but doesn't look like we will. In general, it is all pop music. Right. So my generalisation was correct, just an exception to the generalisation. Oh, too close. Too close again. That's why here on the Argsy Gaming channel we don't have a crash count. Because in the blink of an eye you can reach some big numbers. Is that an Italian version of Lord? Love to see you cover some Lord actually, Bo. Are you going to do some Lord in your act or not? Straining olive trees. Swedish inversion. Right, is my control V going to work this time? Lift all of those. It's not. I wonder why that doesn't work. Is it still keybound? Raise and lower all. Where is it? Vehicle. Raise drawbar. Lower, raise all tools. Control V. And now it works. That's so weird. Oh, so strange. And no Taylor. Oh, come on. Big Tay-Tay fan. So I'm a little bit disappointed about that, Bo. Missing an opportunity there. Loose windscreen. Started one of his New Zealand gigs with a solo acoustic version of Royals. I'm going to sew through that and it's going to direct. Oh, it hasn't taken the bottom out though. If you're lucky, all three should fill from just one drill filling. Okay. How much longer are you streaming for? I got some stuff to do, so trying to decide. I'm just going to wait till you finish the stream. But another 10 or 15 minutes. I reckon we'll probably actually get this finished in that time. So I normally finish around 11 my time, and it's 10:47. So I'm going to go around in circles here just to get that little section. And that's how crop circles were made. He's so overrated, his band made him not a sickie. Don't talk about Bo like that, Anzac. That's not very nice. It's his band, the E Street Band, isn't it? Springsteen? Springsteen? Alright, let's see if I can get this. How well I can nail this crop circle. That's pretty good. I pull that across and hold the same circle, we'll get that inside drill to get everything else. Perfect. There we go. Nailed it. Interesting show. After 2 hours all the songs started to sound the same. Tom Morello from Rage was in his band. Was that a special appearance? Not looking forward to daylight savings changing back, Brando. When's that? That's this weekend, isn't it? It will be a bit of a shock to the system. Typical Scottish day miserable, so trying to put it off. Alright, let's just see if I can just pick up this little bit here. Maximize our field area as we can. Oh, how did I miss that? Typical. I even do adult stuff. I know, adult being an adult sucks sometimes. I'm with you on that. Our kids decided to set up outside the front lawn, our front gate the other day, selling limes, feijoas, and grapefruit. I think they ended up maybe some lemons. Ended up walking away with like $60 for a few hours work. I was like, crikey, I could handle that. I did it again. That front one, when I use the drop function, doesn't drop quickly enough. You'd be happy to be overrated. It means someone rates you. Fair cool, fair cool. Alright, 16% seed. Actually got further than I thought with it. A little bit there we missed. Maybe we'll just go around with one drill at the end and tidy those bits and pieces up. Going around that tree reminded me of that vid. Driving down to Castle Point for your sister's wedding. Be a 6-hour drive from the Waikato. Ooh. They make more money for you. They make more money than you working for Hanson. Think you need a new career path. Hanson's paying you? Impressive. Well, I must say I'm pretty excited to finally have a field planted. Be able to plan our next next part. What we're gonna do next? Probably I'd say we will probably look to see what we do with the other side with the grass and what have you over there. What we can do with that. Yeah. Into some sort of shape. Plan another field. What I might do is actually skip forward a day, time-wise, so we at least start even a month, so at least we get the crop growing and start thinking about that. The one thing I didn't actually do, I think I've got weeds turned on. Fortunately, because we ploughed this field, we won't get weeds, but I don't actually have a sprayer. It's one thing we don't have. So you're in the Waikato now, Brando. Nice. What part of the Waikato are you in? Hey Days, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for your message earlier. Much appreciated. You don't like nights and white salad. You're pretty fussy, aren't you, Bo? G'day, Kevin. How are you? I'm good, mate. I'm good. Yep, just same old battling all the different commitments. Just oh, we must be out. Are we out? We are. We're out of seed on the two winged sides. Right. Let's go and see if we can fill these up. Yeah, no, I'm good. Oh, good. We're actually out in the middle too, are we? Yeah, they're all 0. Outer area of Tikawiti, I'll work as a fencer, enjoying the sunshine for the moment till winter comes. Ooh. Yeah, it can be a bit of a nasty spot in winter, can't it, up in the King Country. Beautiful part of the world though. We're driving through there. No luck on getting all of them to fill up at once, but let's see if I can maneuver these into the right spot. I need to be on that one. Let in. Fertilizer should be good. I think we're going to need to remove or refill that, should I say? I'll just get the seed in. Done. Done deal. There you go, just take a little bit off this headland. I just wanted to do that bit in the corner while we were there. And we sorted it. Winter and Palmy Bay tour isn't great either. No, you're true there. Very right there. Lot to juggle, yeah. Just doing the adult thing while I watch the stream. I thought you were saying you were procrastinating from doing the adult things until until later. That front one down now. There we go. Wait a little bit just to let that front one lower. All right. Well, if we have a look up here, see what we've got. We have a pretty good looking field of oats, I reckon. Here it is. How good's that? Did you read the article about Auckland is mistaken New Plymouth Army? I did, Bo. I did. I replied to you on it. A little bit late today, you probably haven't seen. But yes, I did have a good chuckle at that. Surprised there wasn't more New Plymouth hate for Palmerston North, to be honest. But good luck with the adulting. It's a perfect excuse to get... Oh, because you guys are in school holidays at the moment, aren't you? What about that? I was talking to FSG about that the other day too, mentioning midterms and coincided with Easter. Trying to multitask. Oh, I appreciate you hanging out, mate. Oh, you were caught off guard and didn't keep the time free. Oh, no. It's unexpected days at home with you, with your daughter. I'd call it bonus time. What's this word winter you speak of? You're in the winterless north. Hey, no worries, Bo. No worries. You good, Carl? Hope you are, man. Nice to see you. Just not mentally prepared. That is a big part of it, isn't it? Alright, that's the hard part's all done, I think. At least I hope that's the hard part's done. Gosh, not very well positioned on that pass. Alright, let's get it a little bit better lined up. Tried it sprung on me today at the last minute. I got asked if I'd be on a panel tomorrow discussing multi-unit housing. Oh, good opportunity. Last minute ringing. Good mate, still haven't started on your Aussie no man's land. Haven't got a clue where I want to start building. Let's pick somewhere. Doesn't matter where it is, it's going to be miles away from somewhere. Hey James, how you doing? Good to see you. Treat yourself for lunch. That's right. Get the large instead of the medium. A beer. Right, no, we're good. Fertilizer's 10%. We'll get through that easy. Should be more than enough to cover this last little piece. Look at that. I am going to be... It has just gone 11 PM. So I'd normally be finished by now. And we're only going to be about a minute. There's only a couple of minutes work left. Like, this is going to have worked out pretty perfectly. Having a blast in the quattro on the B roads is your treat for the day. Ooh, sounds like fun. Cheers, Bo. Thanks for stopping in, mate. Appreciated. Have a good one. Hit the likes. You go. Bovine told you to. You better do it. Oh. Even if you dislike my ability to miss the smallest part possible. Even after all that, I forgot to put it down for the little bit. I'm pretty happy with how this seed has worked out. Pretty sweet setup. Now where is that little bit I missed? Right on the wheel. There you go. $10 of fuel on the 5-minute drive. Sounds about right. B. Hawkless, kia ora from Northern Territory of Australia. Well, g'day, mate. Kia ora, welcome along. How my sheep doing in game? Grizz, are you asking? They're pretty neglected at the moment. But they've started using the grazing. I don't know if you saw that on the weekend. But yeah, so the grazing's going to work, which is good. I can start doing my setup for the expandable pastures. That's something else to think about too. If we spent 10 grand on fertilizer and lime and things, it's a little bit more than I expected. How are you liking the map? You've been away the last few years. Yeah, that's good. I haven't had any issues or anything with it. A few people have reported a couple of things, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's a start from scratch map and choose your own adventure, really. So it's good fun. Had fun so far. Everything seems to be working out, and just trying some different things and mixing it up. I've got the I'll show you in a sec actually. Finish these off. Could have covered it all in one pass if I was being more efficient about my job. Oh, we ran out of fertilizer. Did we really? Oh, literally on that pass. How's that? Typical. Typical. As long as we didn't run out of seed. I'll take the hit on those. Oh, Step. Let's see if we can do it. Right, next to it. Silliest way ever to try and get that little bit I missed. But it worked. So I'll claim that as a victory. Why did that not lift everything up? Here we go. Now it has. Alright, we're done. We are done. Right. Let's drop off. That one off. Let's see how good a job I can do of backing these up and getting them all hooked up. What do you reckon? Probably could have left them the way they were because I'm probably not having to road them anywhere at all, but let's give ourselves a bit of a challenge. Victory. I'll take that any day of the week. Turn my lights on so I can actually see as we go in here. Dude. Right, there we go. Never noticed you get 3 variable seed rate boxes in the top right. Surprisingly, yeah, it did work out really well. Certainly did. Right, turn that off. Mark that up in there. Yeah, if you didn't see Dazed, I managed to get the anywhere object storage in here for my silage bales. So that's the outdoor bale storage one I actually put in a shed as well. I hadn't really thought about using it that way. So in AGF's driving school. Hey VF, how you done? Good to see you. Welcome along, mate. This is the bunker set that I've built. So this is the 3 bunkers, so lime, fertilizer and stones. So a little bit of work still needs to be done. It doesn't seem to be, I don't know, I can't tell. Maybe it is casting. It doesn't seem to be casting shadows. I would have thought there'd be a shadow on the ground down there. So looks like I've got some settings to tweak there. But I've also got the single ones as well. Lime, fertilizer, manure, and stones. They all come under that same set. And then I've got just the plain silo, which isn't a bunker silo. It's just for dumping in if you wanted to put stones or fertilizer or lime or something in it and have it as a bulk store. So got those done and testing them out. So far so good. A few things to tweak, and then I've shown people these before, but my pole sheds I've made. Different size ones. 3 bay, 4 bay, 5 bay. So giving those a little bit of test out, though in saying that I didn't actually build any and put any down, so the infamous shed shutters at the pink textures. Yep, need to fix the fix those shadows. I must have cast shadows not on or something, although there's shadows on that wall because it's darker on one side than the other. I wonder if it's just the time of day. We won't bother skipping time. I'll have a play around with that anyhow. That's us done. We have got this field all planted now, so in fact let's just do this. We log out, let's go up, have a look. So next time, now that we've got that all done, we need to plan our next field, which is going to be, I think I'm going to split this into 2 because we've got basically all the way up to the trees and the road on that side. I've got the sheep, you can just see the sheep pasture. Then the back corner of our plot is right about here. And it goes pretty much all the way in that direction up to the road and all the way back down to the field. So my plan is probably to do another big field in here, kind of across the middle of the yard, the boundary, and then do a 3rd field up in what's left. So one field would sort of come across to, I don't know, maybe about there. That's going to be a big one. And then the 3rd field up this way, because that big one would be all of this, all of that, and even down into here some. So it is going to be a sizable field. So that's probably going to be our next challenge. caravan park. We can put that up the top here somewhere, in by the rock. There's actually quite a lot of space still up in here to do things with as well. And then those who are interested, you can see, if you didn't see the other day, so I've actually got in here, I'll just bring this up and turn I on, and pasture helpers on, off, lift pastures P. So there's, I've got the extended pastures in here, and I'll just kind of place them down, but my idea is to actually, you can see the grazing, how the grazing mod's taken the grass. And I've got a little bit of space down here, so my idea is to move these ones as far down the corner and then basically put a fence down there, and a fence down there, and a fence through the center, and then I'm actually going to have 6 pastures. And the idea is I can actually move the sheep between them, so we don't have to go through and feed them, because I've got, I didn't actually get much grass. 750 grass off all of that is not much for the sheep, but they at least have some food. Need to get some water for them as well. That's something else to worry about. I did install a trailer mod. A couple of options there. That one's 8 grand. It was a cheaper one. This one here, 2.5 grand. For I think it's 5,000 litres, 2,500 gallons. So yeah, need to get some water, get those sorted out. But that's for another week, another stream. Next time we'll definitely be in here doing a bit more field work, getting another field set up, and some more grass done. But I might skip forward time too to September and tackle it then, and see if we can make some money. Otherwise it's going to have to be some logging. We've got some trees already cut down to take somewhere. Possibly look at getting some more cut down at some stage too. Maybe even go and do some out here so we actually don't have any trees in the way. There's only a few out there, so might even look to get rid of those. We'll see. Perfect potato field. Get out of here. Funny. Off to pick up Mini U from school. Yeah, catch you later, mate. Be good to see you, Euron. Gonna go brave the weather. Good luck, Tam. Enjoy the drive. Nice to see you. We'll catch you again soon. But yeah, like I said, that is me all done and dusted. It's late. I'm gonna go to bed. But thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. It's been a blast to have you here. 2 likes away from 50, so if you've got the time to drop a thumbs up before you leave, please make sure you do. Would be very much appreciated. As for other things going on, we'll catch you over the weekend. We will be back on the multiplayer servers, whichever one it is, I do not know, but do make sure you find the time to tune in. It'd be much appreciated. And of course, if you do want to join us on those, make sure you are on the Discord servers, get the mods downloaded, passwords and everything are all in there. So it's open to anyone, except for the Southern Pastures one, which is for channel members only. So otherwise, yeah, Virtual Farmer, appreciate you tuning in, mate. Nice to see you. Sorry it was only at the end of the stream, but always good to say hello. Everyone else, all the channel members, thank you very much for your company tonight. Everyone else, nice to see you. If it's the first time you have caught a live stream with me as well, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you back again sometime soon. Click that notification bell to make sure you know when I do go live. So take care. I'm out of here. You guys have a good rest of your week. See ya. Bye.